A Movable Feast is Ernest Hemingway's memoir about his time living in Paris in the 1920s, before he became a famous writer. Instead of telling one continuous story, the book is organized into brief scenes and memoirs that reflect his daily routines, relationships, and commitment to his craft. Through these moments, Hemingway captures what it felt like to be young, ambitious, and creatively driven in a city full of artists. A major theme in the book is the idea that hardship can fuel creativity. Hemingway often writes about having very little money, yet he is intensely focused on writing and learning. This sense of discipline shows how creativity is not dependent on comfort, but on dedication. Another important theme is the lasting power of memory. Hemingway suggests that certain experiences, especially those tied to specific places, stay with us long after they have passed. Paris plays a central role in the memoir and is portrayed as a place of inspiration and discovery. Hemingway describes cafes, streets, and neighborhoods where writers gathered, thought, and worked. The city represents freedom, artistic growth, and a formative stage of life. In many ways, Paris feels like more than a setting. It becomes a presence that shapes the authority's identity. The idea is captured in the quote that I found in the book: "If you are lucky enough to have lived in Paris as a young man, then wherever you go for the rest of your life, it stays with you." This quote emphasizes how deeply Paris influenced Hemingway and why it remains essential to the book. I left the book at the Trevi Fountain in Rome, a location closely associated with travel, memory, and transition. The fountain is a place where people pause, reflect, and move on to the next part of their journey. This mirrors the way Hemingway eventually leaves Paris, but carries its influence with him. Leaving the book there felt meaningful because both the fountain and the memoir represent moments that stay with you even after you leave. The book ends without a definitive resolution, reinforcing the idea that memories are ongoing and never fully complete. Hemingway's time in Paris becomes something he carries forward rather than something he closes. I would recommend A Movable Feast because it is reflective, inspiring, and easy to engage with. It is especially meaningful for readers interested in travel, creativity, and the way places shape personal identity.